Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is a video on 50 unanswered questions. So these are 50 questions. It's sort of a tag, I suppose. I saw Gabriella Lindley, Velvet Ghost, do this and I was like, I love those questions. I want to answer them for you. So it is on Tumblr, I think these questions are, and yeah, there's just 50 questions that nobody's really asked me before or that are unanswered. Some of you have actually asked me these questions before. So yeah, without further ado, let's just answer these questions. Okay, so the first one is, what's your favourite candle scent? So, newsflash, unpopular opinion, I am not a huge candle person. I think it might be because I haven't found one that is like the one yet. So I haven't gone to Bath and Body Works or anything like that. I haven't done like the big YouTuber thing and go candle shopping. So I don't have a huge favourite candle scent. My favourite scents in general are like sweet, like I like vanilla and like cherry and like candy and all that sort of thing. Not too like foodie, so like cookie and like snowflake cookie from Yankee Candle. I'm not a huge fan of that. I literally think it smells like cookie batter and I'm not a huge fan of that. But I love, like, the one burning over here is Bermuda Beach by Yankee Candle and it's just beautiful. It's like a fresh cherry sea. It's just so lovely. So I would say like sweet scents, but I'm hoping to go to America soon, so if I do go, I would definitely go into Bath and Body Works and let you guys know once I've smelt some candles. So next up is, what female celebrity do you wish was your sister? I don't have a sister, so it'd be nice to have a sister, and I have no idea. I wouldn't want any of them to be like a supermodel or anything like that. You'd feel like so inferior, don't you think? Like your sister was like 10 times better looking than you. I don't know, mine would more likely be someone that has like, that's like actually a really nice person. Ariana Grande. I would say Ariana Grande, because although she is 10 times better looking, so she practically is a supermodel, but for like the way she acts and like just recently she's come into the spotlight a little bit more, and I would say Ariana Grande. I think she's literally the only like Disney child star that hasn't had a bit of a breakdown, so she's obviously made of something quite thick and strong, so I would say Ariana Grande. And which male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Nobody good looking, so I would say Zac Efron if we meant boyfriend, but nobody good looking because that's just really, really awkward, isn't it? It would have to be someone funny, like Jonah Hill or like, I don't know. The problem is, if I follow a male celebrity, it's usually because I fancy the pants off them. I don't follow like many celebrities that I find like really funny or anything. Let me just see. Actually, do you know who I would say? This is really weird. Okay, so if we're thinking like actual celebrity, I would go someone like Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, someone like that. If we're talking, I'm going to flip this background and bring it into the YouTube community and say Patrick Star, because who wouldn't want Patrick Star as a brother? Like, look how like close him and Peter are, and like I just think he always takes him on all these trips and you can just see how much Patrick loves his family, so I would say Patrick Star. Next is, how old do you think you'll be when you get married? Wow. Well, newsflash guys, you need a boyfriend to get married and I don't have a boyfriend, so it's going well. I don't know. You see, I have a very strong career plan that I would like to stick to, and I haven't thought about men or boys or anything in that plan, I'm afraid. So I would have to say that I really don't know, but I would like to be in like a solid, strong relationship by like, I don't know, maybe 27, 28, like, and then sort of be ready for the marriage early 30s, 30 sort of time, I would say. I'm 22 now, so I'm not going to say by like 26 or 25 or something, because I feel like that's very soon to meet the love of your life and want to get married to them. Like, who knows that your next partner's going to be the one you marry, you know? I have no idea. And I hope they are, because I don't want to go through a bloody breakup mid-20s, but who knows what's in store for the Holly Ray. Okay guys, stay tuned, because career is bigger than men for me at the minute, so we shall see. Someone might jump into my life and I might be like, come here now, Chris from Love Island. Next up, do you know a hoarder? I don't think I know a hoarder. I think a lot of me and my friends and family are very much like, okay, this has to go, I've had it too long, or like, okay, we're done here now, let's get rid of this. I'm not a hoarder at all. I really like to get rid of stuff. Like I love doing clear outs, like wardrobe clear outs, makeup clear outs. I think if I'm going to hoard anything, it's makeup. I've got some makeup in my drawers that I've had for a very, very long time, and it is definitely time for them to go, but I just can't bring myself to because I love it, or like it's quite expensive so I don't want to pay for it again or something like that. So yeah, I'm definitely not a hoarder, and I'm not sure I know anyone that is a huge hoarder, but I definitely need to clear out my makeup a little bit more. Can you do a split? No, I can't, and it is a life goal. I really want to do the splits. One of my friends can do the splits and she said she will teach me, and I'm so down for that because I would love to be able to do the splits. I get probably like this far off the floor, yeah, about that far off the floor, and then it's just an absolute no-go. So it is, watch this space again, guys, because by Christmas I will be doing the splits. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? This is a memory I cannot remember, which is great. I'm going to go through all my home videos actually. We've got a hard drive of home videos at home, and I'm going to go through them and do a reacting to home videos video. So who knows, there might be some footage of me riding a bike, but I highly, highly doubt it. I think most of it is holidays and stuff, but I really can't remember. I suppose we've been in this house where I'm at now for about 11 years. So when I was a lot younger, we used to like roller skate and ride bikes and that down the road outside, where you can see right here, like outside, round and down the road. And I was about 10 at that stage, so I could ride a bike at 10, but I can't actually remember the experience of learning. How many oceans have you swum in? God, this is like a geographical question. Okay, definitely swam in the Atlantic. Is it the Atlantic? Do you know what, guys? I'm just going to give up on this question because this is not going to be a question that I'll be able to answer. So I have been, all in all, in a sea in different countries about 6 or 7 times. So whether or not they're the same sea or not, I don't know, but I think they're all different because they're all like across the world. Dubai, that's another one. What sea is Dubai linked to? I have no idea. Like, guys, help a girl out. Like, how many seas have I swum in? Okay, how many countries have you been to? Again, another geographical question. Thanks, guys. Oh God, I can't really name that many. I'm gonna sound so spoiled now. Dubai. Again, guys, this is just something don't judge me because I can't, like, I'm not, if I wanted to be a geographical expert, I'd have tried that when I was in year 10 and failed at it. So there's a reason I'm on YouTube and I'm not a geographical genius. Anyone in your family in the army? No, my brother wanted to be in the army for a little while there, and I think the sort of reality of the situation hit home and it was a no-go from there. No, my family would hate it if anybody in our family was in the army. I completely praise what the army do, and we 100% need them, and they're just amazing and brilliant, but I don't have the balls to be in the army, I'm afraid. I don't have the good, like, I literally do not have the balls. I would not last a day in the army, so yeah, I really commend anybody that is in the army. Let me know in the comments below if any of your family's in the army, because I want to give them a congratulations. What would you name your daughter if you had one? Oh, this is a tricky one. Thumbs up this video and tell me down below if you want to do the tag that's going around at the minute that's like baby names I like but wouldn't use. I think that's a really cool tag. So let me know if you want me to do that. I would say when I was younger anyway, so here's a little like story about baby names. When I was younger and we used to play like in my bedroom and stuff with my neighbours, we used to play like mummies and daddies and all that sort of like classic stuff, and I always, without fail, called my daughter in those games Summer. I wouldn't do it now. I'm not a huge fan of the name now, but back then it was Summer or nothing. Like, before we'd even started the game and people had made up rules and cars and that sort of thing, I'd be like, well, all I know is my daughter's called Summer. So, you know, there we go. Summer was one of my top names when I was about 10, 11, 12-ish. Okay, what would you name your son if you had one? And again, story back from when I was 13, I would always call my son Rory, and I think that's a really cute name still. I really like Summer and Rory, to be honest. I just wouldn't use them for my children specifically, but I do like the name Rory. I think it's really cute, and I just think more like, I see Rory as more of like a child's name rather than a name when you grow up. Like, when you're an adult father, I don't know about the name Rory. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, like, that's just the reason I wouldn't use it. What's the worst grade you got on a test? So for my mock GCSEs, I got an E in maths. So this was a scary time because it was the only test we took before our actual GCSEs. So I literally freaked out and was like, I'm gonna fail completely, utterly terrible. So I got an E on my mock GCSE. Luckily, I ended up getting a C in my actual like GCSE final exams, so I was so pleased. I had so much maths tutoring though, and I literally really tried and worked so hard for ages for those last like couple of months to really get my grade up, because I looked at the E and me and my mum were like, no. What was your favourite TV show when you were younger? So I'm going to card here me reacting to old TV shows that I used to watch as a child. Honestly, go and watch that video. It is hilarious, like so funny, like going back and seeing the things I used to watch and how much I actually remember of all of those shows and how much like, oh, they were just so good. So yes, make sure you go and watch that, and I'll link it down below as well, so when this video is finished you can go and watch that. But I would say one of my favourites was definitely Arthur, the Aardvark. Arthur, I loved that show. And just the classic Disneys, Hannah Montana, Cheetah Girls, yeah, anything Disney, literally still anything Disney, but back then anything Disney that was out. Lizzie McGuire was a banger. What did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? Do you know what? I can't remember last Halloween what I dressed up as. I don't even think I did anything last Halloween. Anyway, when I was 8, the last Halloween that I can remember as a child was, there was a party at my next door neighbour's house and we went there, and I dressed up as a witch. So original. And I painted a green face and black lipstick. I painted my nails black. I remember that morning, or the day before or something, I was like, I need black nail varnish. Like, I'm not going to this party without black nail varnish. So my mum had to take me to Claire's and get some black nail varnish the day before or the day of, and I painted them sparkly black. And yeah, I think I put some black eyeshadow on and had a green I must have looked so good. I wish I had pictures from that, and I think someone did take pictures, but I literally can't remember. Anyway, it was a party next door, and that was the last Halloween I can remember that I actually wore some proper costume. But I'm going to tell you a really sad story about this, because when I was younger and I went trick-or-treating, this put me off forever. I think I was about 12, 11, which I don't know if that's too late to go trick-or-treating. Is it? You guys let me know, like, who still goes trick-or-treating at like 12, 13? So I went trick-or-treating with my friends who were 2 years younger than me at the time, and we went down the road, and I remember we knocked on this one guy's door, and he gave those 2 sweets, and he sort of begrudgingly gave me a sweet and was like, you're a bit old to do this now, aren't you? And I literally sat there like, oh, am I too old to do this now? Broke my heart that day. I'm not being funny, guys. Like, my heart broke in two that day. How can you tell a child that they're too old to go trick-or-treating? So from then on, I didn't go trick-or-treating ever, and they still went every year, and I didn't go with them, and it was really sad. Okay, have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight series? No, I haven't. Watched all of them, and they're all amazing movies, all 3. I'd say the Twilight are my favourite. just because I grew up with Twilight so much more than anything else. The Hunger Games I didn't get into until a little bit later, so that's a bit different, but I do love the Hunger Games. And Harry Potter, again, I actually didn't watch all of them until about last year. So yeah, I have grown up with Twilight. It was my favourite series when I was like just getting into liking acting and at school and that sort of thing. So Twilight is my favourite, but all three are just so. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? So British, because I am British, and you know, that's a great accent to have. Love a British accent. There are some times where I'm literally like, okay, I need to live in America, so I need an American accent. But I can put one on. I'm not terrible at an American accent, so wait, let me try that. Hey guys, I'm Holly Ray. Did that work? Someone tell me, did that work? I don't know, I feel really awkward now. Did that work? Anyway, yeah, I would rather have a British accent because I have a British accent and I am British, but I love American accents and I think they're really sexy on guys depending where they're from. So yeah. Did your mother go to college? My mum did go to college. She went to a dance college. Are your grandparents still married? Yes. Well, yeah, they are. Yeah, my mum's side is still married and they live up in Norfolk, and my dad's side, my nan has passed away, but my granddad, well, they were still married when she passed away, so yeah, they are still married and they live in Essex. Have you ever taken karate lessons? Okay, well, not a disclaimer, but big breakthrough news. When I was younger, I don't know what year I was in, maybe like year 7, year 8, I got to brown belt judo. Like, I'm quite high in judo, actually. I've forgotten how to do it completely now, but I got quite high in judo. So yeah, I used to take judo. I'm not sure if that's not the same as karate, is it? No, they're not the same. But no, I didn't do karate lessons. My friend used to do kickboxing and I went to one of her kickboxing lessons, but oh my gosh, that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Hats off to you if you kickbox, because it is hard. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yeah, obviously I know who Kermit the Frog is. I'm not a huge fan of the Muppets, but who doesn't know who Kermit the Frog is? What is the first amusement park you've been to? So the earliest I can think back to going to amusement parks is when we used to go to Florida every year as a child. My family live out in Florida, while some of them live in Florida, so we used to go there a lot. And yeah, my first two that I can really remember are Wet n Wild, which is a water park, and Animal Kingdom, so Disney's Animal Kingdom, which is literally one of my favourite parks. I love Animal Kingdom so much. So yeah, I'm really glad that I have really good memories of those parks. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? Spanish. Do you spell the colour as grey or grey? So like G-R-E-Y or G-R-A-Y. I spell it G-R-E-Y. I feel like, is that not the way you spell it? Do different countries spell it differently? I don't know. I spell it with an E anyway, because that's just what we were taught in school. We were taught to spell it with an E in school, so that's all I've ever really known. Is your father bald? No, he is not. My father has a great head of hair on him, and yeah, he looks great for his age. Not for his age, love you dad, sorry. Do you know triplets? No, I know a lot of twins, but I don't know any triplets. You prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Here we go again. Unpopular opinion, I have never seen The Notebook. I put it on once and I got 10 minutes in and got bored, but I feel like it wasn't the right day, I wasn't in the right mindset, it just wasn't a good day. So I'm going to try and watch it again. I will watch it again because everyone that's seen it has said it's amazing, but no. And then another unpopular opinion is I have seen Titanic. Let's not go crazy. I have seen it, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's a little bit silly, to be honest. It's a great film, and oh my god, the bit where I cried or like got emotional was when the grandparents are on the bed and the water goes over them. So like the grandparents that are lying together, their like last moments. Oh, that is so cute. But I'm sorry, but there was room on that thing that Kate Winslet was on. Not Kate Winslet, that's her name, but there was room on that thing at the end. So that's why I think it was just a whole load of ugh. Like, I don't know, maybe scientifically he couldn't have got on it or they'd sink or something, but the people there to rescue them weren't that far away. Like, he literally drowned and then straight away she blew the whistle and they came to get her. Like, why couldn't she just blow the whistle once they were there, instead of having this little chat on the side of this log which he could have fit on? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to slag off the film because it's a good film and it's iconic, but it just didn't do it for me the way that some other films do. Have you ever had Indian food? Yes, I love Indian food. I'm not a fan of spicy food, so in that sense I'm not a huge fan of Indian, but I love curry, and onion bhajis and pompadums and mango chutney are one of my favourite things on this planet. Pompadums and mango chutney, I could eat that every day. What's the name of your favourite restaurant? Okay, I really don't have a favourite restaurant, only if we're talking like quick and like a restaurant that I visit quite a lot. Gourmet Burger Kitchen is got to be up there. Their burgers are amazing, their chips are amazing, and their Oreo milkshakes are insane. So if you're in England, because I think that's the only place we have it, go to GBK, Gourmet Burger Kitchen, if you haven't already, because it is the best place in the world. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? What's Olive Garden? Am I being really silly here? What is Olive Garden? I've heard of it before. Is it like a restaurant in America? That's what I feel like it is. And if it is, no, I've never been. But I would like to go. If it's on these questions on Tumblr, it's obviously a great place. So I would like to go. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? Costco's, BJ's, etc. BJ's? No, I don't belong to any warehouse stores, I'm afraid. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? Arthur. If I was a boy, I was going to be Arthur. There were two boys' names that my parents liked. Well, actually, they only liked one, which my brother ended up being, but my dad really liked the name Arthur. And if I was a boy, they were going to call me Arthur. So they wanted a boy and a girl, so it came out pretty good for them. But my dad recently told me that if I was going to be a boy, I would be Arthur. So that is great. If you have a nickname, what is it? I don't have a nickname, but I have a good story about a nickname. When we did our leavers hoodies back in school, so I was 2011, I left school, so that is amazingly weird. Yeah, 2011 we got our leavers hoodies, so it had like 11 on the back, and then you could put your name on the back, or like a nickname or whatever. So I put Holls, like Holls, like Holls, because Holly, Holls, that's what people just said. They'd be like Holls over here, you know. So I put Holls, and I did a capital H and a little O, and I joined my L's and did an S. Can we appreciate what they put on my hoodie, please? They put Hoos. I'll write it here, what they put, H-O-U-S, Hoos. They thought that the two tall L's were a U. Sorry, did the person that make these hoodies not go to school because you join your L's? Like, what did they expect me to do? Block capital each letter? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know how that happened, but either way, it became a laughing thing in year 11. So for the rest of that year, and maybe like a year after, I was Hoos. So that is great. Who's your favourite person in the world? Well, my family. I mean, yeah, my mum and my dad. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? I like where I live now. We are pretty much in between. So we are 20 minutes from London, but 5 minutes from loads of fields and countryside. So I feel very blessed to live where I live. So I would say in the middle. If I had to choose one of them, I would pick closer into a city. Can you whistle? Oh wait, no I can. Yeah, I can whistle, but I've got a matte lipstick on, so it's quite hard. Do you sleep with a nightlight? No, I used to. I used to be able to not sleep unless my door was like slightly open and the hallway light was on, so I'd have to have some light in the room, but now I like pitch black or I can't sleep. Do you eat breakfast every morning? Yes, it is the meal I cannot go without, if I'm honest. I could easily go without lunch, and I really like, dinner's my favourite meal, I think, of the day. I actually get excited for dinner and what I'm going to eat for dinner, but breakfast, I can't go without breakfast. I know some people can like wake up and go to work or school or college without eating breakfast, but that is just so not me. I have to eat breakfast. Do you take any pills or medication? Nope, I am on the contraceptive pill, but other than that, I do not take any pills. Yeah, no, I don't take any pills. What medical conditions do you have? I don't have any medical conditions that I know about. I have a couple things that medically are a bit different that I've got genetically through my family, like chronic migraines and dizziness and that sort of thing, but that's not necessarily a medical condition. I'm not sure, I haven't really checked it out, but I don't think that's a medical condition. It's just genetic, passed down through my family. But in terms of like people have conditions like arthritis and blah blah, no, I don't have anything. How many times have you been in hospital? Thankfully, very little amount of time, none really. I went in when I was a child overnight. I think it was because of asthma, I want to say. I'm not sure what happened. Apparently I just stopped breathing for a little bit. So I went into hospital when I was younger, but I haven't been in for anything as of yet. So that is amazing, touch wood. I have a couple, well, I could go in if I wanted to. I could get my nose done if I wanted to get it done, because my like septum, like the straight part of your nose here, is all twisted inside for me. So I could go into hospital should I choose to, but I don't want to yet. I'm still thinking about it. So yeah, no, I haven't been actually, which is amazing because I hate hospitals. I mean, who likes hospitals? But I really have a massive phobia of hospitals. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Of course I've seen Finding Nemo. Have you been living under a rock if you haven't seen Finding Nemo? Where do you buy your jeans? Good question. I don't really have that many jeans, if I'm honest with you. My favourite two pairs at the moment are, one is from Bershka, plain black, they're called push-up black jeans. They're my favourite, and a pair from American Eagle, which is actually closing down completely in the UK, which is really upsetting because their jeans are really nice. What's the last compliment you got? It was probably in the comments of my YouTube, to be honest, so I'd have to look back at my last video. Yeah, the comments like, oh, love this video, or something like that, or you know, you're so pretty, love this video, like, so just like general ones on my comments, which is amazing, and I love seeing those guys. So if you are a commenter on my videos, thank you so much. I really appreciate every single comment. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Absolutely. I remember my dreams pretty much every night, and I know that's really quite odd to some people. Some people don't dream at all. Some people only remember like maybe like weekly, or every other week they remember one or something, but I literally wake up in the morning every night and could tell you word for word what I dreamt about. I think maybe once a week, twice a week it doesn't happen, but every day, usually like 90% of the time, I can remember what my dreams are in the morning. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean something? Let me know if it means something, because I would love to know. What flavour tea do you enjoy? I don't drink tea, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink hot drinks, so I'm not a huge fan of hot drinks. I don't like hot liquid, so I'm not a huge fan of soup either. I mean, I like soup and I'll eat soup if it's a great flavour, but I would never pick soup necessarily. Yeah, I don't really drink hot drinks, so tea flavour would be a no-go. And I don't even really like iced tea either, because of that tea flavour. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I don't have that many shoes, to be honest. I would say I own 10 pairs of shoes altogether. I have a couple of trainers, a pair of slip-ons. I've just recently bought some espadrilles. I have maybe like 2 or 3 heels. So I probably have more than 10, but regularly shoes that I actually wear, I probably only, yeah, like 10. And I probably, on a daily, only wear like 4 pairs of shoes that I just switch between all the time. What religion will you raise your children to practice? So I'm not going to raise my children to be any religion. I don't necessarily strongly believe in a religion. I believe in God, and technically I am a Christian. I've been christened, but so I believe in quite a lot of the Christian faith, but I'm not going to raise them to be anything because that is their choice. How old were you when you found out that wasn't real? So I'm going to cut that out for quite a lot of anybody that is a viewer that's younger. Thank you. You can thank me later, parents. When I found out that wasn't real, it was an ongoing thing for me. I didn't have that sort of realisation moment. I sort of, over a few years, like, picked up different, like, what do you call it, like, signs that he wasn't. So, like, my presents would be wrapped in the wrapping paper that I'd seen my mum buy, or, like, the handwriting on the tags were my mum's handwriting. So I would be like to her, well, why are you wrapping them? Why isn't he written love, you know, why are you writing it? And she'd be like, oh, he drops them down the chimney and then I wrap them and blah blah blah. And I just sort of got to, like, I don't know how old I was, maybe like 13, 12, no, I was, yeah, like 13 I would say. I just sort of got to the, like, okay, he's obviously not. But to be fair, even now when I'm in bed at Christmas Eve, there's that huge excitement that the next morning you're going to go downstairs and there's a couple presents there, and oh, it's just such a good, like, I love Christmas. It's my favourite time of year. And the last question, why do you have a Tumblr? Okay, I don't have a Tumblr, I just looked for these 50 questions. So that's a bad question to end on, isn't it? I don't have a Tumblr, guys, sorry. I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I have Snapchat. So make sure you add me. I will put the links to them down below, so make sure you follow me or add me on whichever one you wish. And yeah, that is it for these 50 questions. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you learnt a little bit more about me. If you do this tag as well, make sure to tag me in it and tell me in the comments below, because I really want to watch yours. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.